And one thing you could answer is we have a segment on the show at looking at how the world of professional wrestling is expanding into other medias, and recently you shot a role in the movie Albino Farm. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I was looking to do some roles that were a little bit different outside of the box of what you would expect Chris Jericho to do. And this really cool script for Albino Farm came across my desk, and it's a horror film, but it's not like a slasher film or a gore movie. I mean, there's some interesting, deaths in it, but it's more of a kind of a disturbing, unsettling, creepy type of a vibe. And I played a character called Levi, who you might not recognize me, and it's something that I really enjoyed doing because it's something completely opposite of what you would expect the stereotypical, Chris Jericho role to be. And we did the movie, and now there's kind of a bidding war going on for it with a bunch of different companies. And it looks like it's going to turn into kind of like a Blair Witch open water type of a thing that started as kind of a smaller movie that really went to the next level by how good it turned out. So right now they're just kind of fielding offers, and I think they're going to decide pretty quickly. So I think early 2009 it's going to be released. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm very happy with the performance I gave, and just happy to do things, like I said, that are very unique and outside of the box. That's what I'm all about.
I'll be looking forward to watch that one. I know this doesn't really relate to you, but what do you think about the Ultimate Warrior returning to the ring this week?
Well, I mean, we'll see. That's one of the only downfalls about when you base your whole career on your body, and his long hair and stuff like that. And from what I understand, he doesn't have long hair anymore, and I think he's almost 50. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, just pure genetics of being a human being. I don't know if he can have the same body at 50 that he had 20 years ago. So we'll see. I mean, it seems like people are pretty excited about it. And all I have to say is I just remember the return of the Ultimate Warrior 10 years ago in WCW, and it, not to be, to use the words wisely, it was not all that great. So it's 10 years later, and I guess we'll have to see what happens. I'm kind of envisioning. I think I know what it's going to be like, but I think for a short term, at least people will be excited to see it at least for a nostalgia factor.
All right, as the Viz again, and getting back to your career, Chris, you just wrestled Triple H on this past Raw, in what I thought was an extremely smooth match. I thought it was great, and you also wrestled in the main event, WrestleMania 18, Hell in a Cell. You've been wrestling for years. What's it like working with the game?
It's great. I mean, I hadn't worked with Triple H on a single match probably since 2003, maybe. We had quite an intricate program at the time, and it was great to get back in the ring with him. He's a tremendous performer, and he's got a lot of great ideas, and he's very like you said, very smooth, and it was a lot of fun. And we wanted to have a good match. We didn't want to give away too much because I think there's a lot in the can that we could do in the future. Especially considering the amount of actual legitimate top guys in the business right now. So we did the match just as kind of a quick little thing, as a little bit of a teaser. And it's funny, once again, people complaining they gave away this match for nothing, gave away this match for free. We didn't give away anything. We did, I think it was a 7-minute match. That's like giving anything away. That's just a teaser and a little bit of a trailer to say, remember, these two guys exist. Here's a little bit of the chemistry they have, so stay tuned for future developments. So I think it was the mission accomplished all across the board. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it.
I know you've probably been asked this a million times, what's your favorite match? But how about I reverse that question to you and ask you, what's been your least favorite match in your career?
I mean, those ones are a little bit, you kind of, put them out of your mind because you have so many matches on a constant basis that, when you have a real stinker, don't really rate it because, I learned a long time ago from all my years of experience that if you have a bad match, there's always another one coming up tomorrow, and people usually don't remember the bad matches. So I'm sure there's been quite a few. I don't remember having any real stinkers in the last couple of years because when you get to this level, even your bad matches are still okay. But, there were some really bad ones I had with some really kind of crappy indie workers in Japan and in Mexico. And I remember I had a match in WCW once against Halloween that was just god-awful. I think that was probably 10 years ago now. Maybe it was on Thunder or something like that. It was just, they were bringing all the luchadors in, and he was the worst one out of all of them. And I remember it was one of those ones where like 2 minutes into the match, knowing I had 10 minutes left, I was just mortified. Like, I have nothing else I can do with this guy. And he's just kind of just begging and pleading for it to end. I had a horrible match with Alex Wright on Nitro once, too. That was Chicago. So there's been some bad ones, but you kind of don't really pay much attention to them and just focus more on the good ones.
Mm-hmm. Well, Chris, it's been great to have you on the program today. As always, welcome back anytime. Is there anything else that you were interested to discuss today?
And I'm excited about tonight to see what happens. I'm excited to come back to Montreal. I know we were just there, but Montreal's a great city, and some beautiful girls there. And always a good time when I'm in town. So I'm looking forward to coming back to Montreal soon.
That actually reminds me. I remember you faced Snitsky, and you were telling him to brush his teeth in French.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed that match. It was fun. It was actually interesting because I was supposed to wrestle Kennedy that night, but their plane was delayed. And they were kind of on their way from the airport. No one knew where they were, and I was actually thinking that I'd rather wrestle with Gene. It'd be more fun, to do this with Gene. So I was kind of hoping that he wouldn't get there, and he didn't. I think Gene and I had a really good match. It was fun.
Yeah, it was great. And all right, so best of luck, Chris. Have a great feud with Shawn Michaels, and maybe you'll be in world title contention sometime soon.
Sounds good, guys. Thank you. Talk to you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Bye.